Hi, RD Barry here. Welcome to episode 86 in my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII. Alright, well, today I'm gonna do another hunt, and, I, off screen I went to the, just put on Flee and came over to this crystal here so I could teleport, back to Rabanastre. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, well, before I do anything else, I'm going to go over to the west gate. And you may, certainly noticed this when I was playing earlier. When you talk to this Moogle here, instead of saying the normal welcome to Moogling thing, she gets, she gets rather introspective there. So, just to show that she's thinking about something, and that usually implies that there is a hunt that they're worried about. So I'm going to use use her to get to the Sandsea Bazaar. Okay. All right, and here it is, White Mousse. Not the animal mousse, but like the dessert mousse. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, we will go to talk to the petitioner, right? And she is the same Moogle we just talked to. So let's go Moogle back. You don't have to do that first step. It's just sort of an interesting foreshadowing, I guess you'd call it, of of the hunt. You just if you're talking to random people, you might see that kind of thing. I haven't checked it with every single hunt because it's not convenient all the time, but it was convenient enough for this one. So let's go to the west gate again here. And talk to her a second time. Yes, we saw that bill. Yeah, sticky situation. Right. Wobbly white confection. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we had. This is a typical thing. They're not gonna give us all the information unless we actually officially accept. They're not just gonna tell it to random strangers here. Yeah. So old Delon gave me a key, and she was supposed to take it to her brother to get it fixed, and Delon gave her the wobbly white treat by way of thanks. Yeah. Right. So Hurdy is one of the other Moogles. Yeah, so she tripped and when she was trying to hide, and the she lost the key and the dessert. Uh, right. Yeah, but yeah, the key, the dessert is a acceptable loss, but not the key. So anyway, let's Moogle again. She'll this time she'll yeah. Let's lose control of the Garamsythe Waterway. Yeah. Right. So let's go to Southgate. This is just basically the easiest way to get to Lowtown, I think, from here. Yeah, it could be. I mean, going via the Sand Sea Moogle might be easier. I'm not sure. Because this way you have to go all the way from south to the north, the south end to the north end. With the other way, you have to go from the east end to the west end. So I don't know which dimension is further, but I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference. Right into here, and there's a Seek there, and that's gonna be I'm pretty sure that's gonna be another hunt. So we will talk to her. Pretty sure that's actually a her. I know it's hard to tell with Seeks, but yeah. Let's go in, and for once it's not in this area here. It's we have to actually go through here and then explore a little bit. Okay, now one thing you may notice here, there's 4 lights here. Remember which one's which one is lit. It's it just says rested device now. That's gonna be a little bit more interesting later on. Right now, if you try to do it, it just says you need a sluice gate key, right? And spoiler alert, that just happens to be the key that was lost. So let's see. Let me check the map here. The location is go into the clan primer and then the hunts, and then it's not too far down actually. You hunt map, yeah, it's right in that southwest corner there. So you want to go west to we want to go west and then south. And I think we want to actually go through the second doorway. Right. Let me check the map here. Was that right? I have a feeling it wasn't. Oh well. Let's try this way. Oops, let's not go that way. It's not like I actually know where I'm going here. These are Marlboro Overkings, by the way. I'm pretty sure they're almost exactly the same as the ones we saw in the Salika Woods, so they should not be too much of a problem. Okay, we want to go down. Oops. Here, across the bridge. Right. Okay, and way back at the beginning when I was trying to do the Razorfin rare game, I was trying to make my way through this area without at level like 4 or 5 or something. Something ridiculously low like that, and it was not fun. I think I made it through the first time, but died on the way out like several times in a row. So yeah. But now we're leveled up enough to handle it. So what do you know? Okay. Now, I believe that that open area over there is where the hunt will appear. Let's take care of the rest of these Marlboros here. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the party I've selected here. I'll do that off screen. Alright, now I'm just going to do this over again in case I haven't done it in a while. I'm going to go to my elemental weakness detecting gambit set for Ash, which is set 1, and that'll tell us which element this enemy is weak to, and let's see, I already had Balthier and Ash do Balthier do haste, and Ash do bubble on herself. And I just want to do one more tweak on the gambits. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna put Ash in on point, and just so she's the first one to see the enemy here. There we go. By the way, there was a Monty Python skit about 50 years ago or something, where it was a takeoff on a sci-fi story where the Earth was being attacked by these blancmange monsters. If you don't know what a blancmange is, it's a dessert, something like that. So I think the game makers missed an opportunity there. Instead of calling it White Mousse, they could have called it the blancmange. But Whatever. Anyway, oh, I forgot to switch Ash's gambits back here. Yeah, so Ash is casting Fyra. That means this is Fire Week, so I'm going to quickly change her from this back to her regular boss gambits. I'm gonna have her do a target self attack just so that she doesn't get too much aggro when hopefully if she is being targeted, then the attack won't get as much hate as the actual spells here. The spell we're going to want to use is Fire Week and Viraga. That does a huge amount of damage here. We do have, I think I mentioned this before, we do have Vaan with Wormfire Shot. That is a fire-based... I don't know why that's off. That's weird. That is a fire-based ammo, but against Vaan-type monsters, which this is, guns in general do way less damage, and I don't care how many... I don't care what kind of elemental weakness it has. It's basically reduced by such an amount that the elemental effect is not going to make up for it. So I'm just going to leave Vaan completely out of it here and just put in Vaan, so maybe he can try status effects. Anyway. Right. So I think, yeah, Ash is already targeted there. And let's see, Balthier. I thought the point here was that you were supposed to do, yeah. Let's move this up a little bit. We'll try see if gravity works. Slow in gravity. I think Ash was gonna try silence and blind. She does have a a mace that causes confuse on chance, so that's probably not a bad thing as long as we get this guy blinded first. Slow guy, yeah. Alright, well this is why we wanted to have Balthier in the party, so we could have him cast haste on everybody who gets slowed, I think. So, Gambits, yeah. We got haste right up there, near the top. Okay, so that was Balthier casting slow. That was immune, so let's turn off that gambit. We'll see if gravity has any effect. Alright, silence has no effect either. Let's turn that gambit off. Hopefully we can get blind going at some point. Gravity is also, looks like gravity also doesn't work. So gambits, turn off gravity. The balance is only going to kick in if Bosch is less than 50% health. I've got that in there twice for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay, we've got plenty of eye drops, so okay, we got the enemy blinded there, so that's good. I've got the flame spear on Bosch, by the way, because I did know ahead of time that this was fire based, but if I didn't, I would have just switched him then and there. Ash, why don't you cast a Cura, because everybody's low on health here. Oh boy. I think I've... Wow. Well, that did not go well. Bosch and Ash lost out on the 24 LP from that, so that was unfortunate. Let's... Yeah, I think the main problem was we got, we got some interference from this frog here. Seemed like it was going all fairly well until the last second there. Oh well, I'm not gonna do it over again, I think. Anyway, let's go back here. So we got a broken key out of all that. See, where are we going? Yeah, we don't... This is... We've all been through all this before, by the way. this is basically the route we took getting out of the palace. Right after the fate and the attack and all that business. And I'm gonna backtrack a bit and kind of go back to where we were before here, because I think there's either something I missed or something that wasn't there before when I tried this out off screen. This was the Flan location. This is where we rescued Ash from the yeah, here it is. No, hang on. Let's come back to that. I'm gonna go back actually even a little bit further here. So we have basically the same area, but now populated with Marlboros and whatnot instead of bats and rats. Occasional easy toad here. All right. Oh, there's a water elemental up ahead. I do not want to tangle with that at the moment. So let's just flee past. Water elemental. Yeah, there's certain conditions under which that will occur. It's obviously not raining, but there's a lot of water around. And I think I think we're now back to let's get Libra on somebody here. Right, yeah, so we're now back to the level 2 and 3 enemies. And I'll just flee past them as well. Yeah, over here there's an urn, and I don't know if I missed that earlier or what the deal is. Why that's here now, and what if it was here on our first pass, then I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the look at it again to see if I missed something obvious there. Anyway, so now we have the map of the waterway. It's not the entire map though, and the reason is because there's that other urn there. Yeah, here's a second urn, and let's look at the map now and pay close attention to that second area, that center area there. Because now we have the Garamsythe candle. Reveals hidden areas on your map of the Garamsythe Waterway. So see, now that whole central area has details filled in there. Anyway, so let's continue retracing our steps we went through the first time through this through this area, and I'll won't do any of it on screen. All right. So we're back into the safe area again here. That light is still the one on the right there. I'm just going to touch the save crystal to give ourselves a quick cure here. And let's go back to the west gate and talk to that Moogle again. Alright, let's talk to Sorbet again here. Yes. Right. So she's going off to get the key fixed. We got a reward. Burning bow, I don't know. I haven't checked that out. Wow, she walks slow. Yeah, you're right. Turns out they didn't need it anyway, so we get to keep the key. Alright. The sluice gate key. Alright, so before I close out the episode, I'm going to go back to the Garamsythe Waterway and check out what the sluice gate key does. I tried it out off screen, and there are a couple things we need to do there, but there's one we can get through pretty easily right away, so I'm going to do that, and I'll meet you there. Alright, well, that's... So now we have the sluice gate keys. These arrested devices become waterway controls, and we can turn them all on and off. This one's on, meaning the gate is closed. It would be right. If we turn the light off, it opens the gate and the water floods in. And those lights go off. Right, so those lights, the lights here tell you which of the gates are working, and there's more than a few lights there, and I don't know all the details of how that works, but anyway, with all the gates open, you can kind of see through the openings there that all these all the stairways are blocked, so you can't go in between stairways anymore like we did before. So basically, we're limited to very basically just like one ring around the outside of this area here, and we can't go any farther, but that's okay. I don't want to go any farther today. Depending on which combination, when I tried this out, depending on which combination of gates you have on or have open or closed, you can get to different areas, but there's also different enemies that you can encounter, and they start to get a little bit tough. If you just try them at random. I think you're okay if you just use the this number 10 or number the other side, the number 11. These two here, the number 3 and 4, I would leave them off if you're just going to explore at random and maybe level up or whatever. But because they seem to let in tougher enemies. Also, the water elemental will only appear in the areas that are flooded, and you can get to areas that are flooded by going around, like we did earlier, going around the outside of the area there. Anyway, so what I'm gonna, but the next step here is we got this old letter before. Let's see, it's inventory. Yeah, dusty letter. This is from a previous, I think it was ghost or ghost type enemy, a previous hunt. We got this letter left behind. It said east, southeast, east, southwest, southeast, and this will only work if you start with none of the switches activated. So we have to turn that one off to begin with, and then follow the directions. So it was, I should know this by now. East, southeast, east. So east. That's this one. Basically a cheat code, only they tell you they give you a big hint for it in the in that hunt. I don't think you'd ever find it. It would be just too many combinations. The reason you know you have to turn this off is because if it's on, then you can't have more than 2 of these on at the same time. So you have to turn this one off, basically, otherwise this one here, nothing will happen. So it was east, southeast, and then east again. Alright, and then southwest, which is over here, number 3. And then southeast. Right. You might have noticed that little clinking noise, and that was something happening here. And you don't actually have to go searching all the way through the waterway here to find out what it is. You just circle around here, and there it is. Shining object, dull fragment. Let me just check out what that is in the inventory here. We have it. Right. One of the 4 pieces of a broken medallion. We obtained it beyond the sluice gates in the Garamsythe Waterway. So that's the first of 4. I assume we get clues to the other 3 with further hunts, but I don't know the details, and I don't even know that I ever actually figured them out when I was playing the PS2 version of this game. Anyway, let's turn this back to the way it started here. Just so we're sort of in the default position here. And let's turn that one on. Right. So, yeah, and I don't know exactly all the details of this puzzle here. There's, obviously some of these, areas get flooded and some of them are not flooded depending on which, gates you can open, but it, I'd have to like draw a diagram or something like that and a map to figure out exactly how to open up every single area here. And I'm pretty sure that I did that before, but it was not a good idea. Because there are enemies down here that we do not want to tangle with, and we may not get a chance to back out if we run into them. Anyway, let's head back out. And I'll sign off here. Next time I will try to do the next hunt. We're not even close to getting the next clan primer or the clan rank update, because we need to do all the rank 5 hunts for that to happen. And that's good. I think we have like 4 or 5 more. I'm not sure, but that's a lot. But I'm going to try the next rank 5 one and see if that works out. If not, then I will return to the Soshin Palace and continue on with that exploration. Continue the main story, in other words. I'm not. Should I do a? Thinking about whether I should do a rare game, but I think we're pretty well caught up on those for the time being. So I think I'll wait till we're done with the Soshin Palace before going on with those. Anyway, so hunt another hunt or continue with the main story. Hope you'll join me for that. And until then, bye.